Good morning. My name is Bill Johnson, and I'm a student success court navigator, life design catalyst, and instructor in the School of Health and Human Sciences at the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. And I teach a course called Purpose-Driven Entrepreneurship. The Purpose Entrepreneurship class is ENTHHS 250. It's a cross-listed course. And the original title was Spirituality and Entrepreneurship when I started the course in 2013 and renamed it last year to Purpose-Driven Entrepreneurship. So I want to give you kind of a quick synopsis of the course. So the bottom line, the course is helping students find meaning and purpose in the work that they create. So that's kind of the overall function of the course. And the other piece of that course is having the students see the world through a different set of eyes. So a lot of the things that they're doing in the class and the activities are focused on the students doing activities and experiences that they're not normally doing. So that's the second piece. The process that we go through is know yourself, understand your purpose, explore ideas, and then do something now. So that's the structure of the course, and what I'll do is share the handouts that kind of go over what we do in the course. So what I'm going to do is share with you some of the activities that we do. So for example, the students actually go through and do a worksheet called the Life Design You, and it's a process to help the students understand what they're here to do. So some of the activities they'll do is their personality type, their personal values, desired work values, character strengths, engagement strengths, talents and gifts, interest, determine their audience, their desired feelings, and inspiration action words to come up with a cadre of information to help them find, and when we turn to the other side, their meaningful work, majors that are aligned with their strengths and their values and everything, and create a vision for what this work will look like in the future. And once they identify that information, they'll then do work on kind of narrowing down how they turn this into a business. So one of the activities we have them do is answer, I used to call them kick-ass questions, but we'll call them entrepreneurial questions. But what they'll do is answer 11 questions that are focused on them getting a clear sense on some of the ideas that they might have, some of the problems they might have in determining what things they might want to do. Once they go through the questions, they'll then do this activity called the Portfolio Life, where they're actually going to do some work where they're finding out fee work that they've done, volunteer work that they've done, salary work they might have done, and also we include play, because some of your play activities may also be important in determining the work that you're here to do. We have a worksheet that they'll do they'll fill out to compile that information, and then they'll also do an activity called Inspired Work and Play Experiences. And here they're going to say, these are the different work activities and play activities I've done. Here's what I like about them. Here's what I don't like about them. And once they compile all this self-help and self-construction information, then we'll talk about how do you turn that into a business idea. And the last part of this beginning process is listing some of the ideas based on all the information that we've collected. Once we have all that information, then the students will actually be required to do 2 projects in the course. So they'll do a 4-week project right before spring break. So they'll come up with an idea, do a 4-week project, then they do presentations on it, then we have spring break, and then the second half of the semester, they come up with a second idea, do a 4-week project and a presentation. So they'll actually have a chance to do 2 different projects that they've always wanted to try in the class. One of the new features that we've added in the class is story time. So I'm very excited about this. So 2 of the books that we've used for story time is The Most Magnificent Thing is one of them. And then we've also used What Do You Do with an Idea? Because I think these 2 books are very useful in understanding how do you take an idea and then do something with it. So we also have story time in the classes. After they do their projects, we'll do the course evaluations. But what we're finding is the students are actually excited about coming to class, and they're actually having fun doing a lot of the work. So we just started this semester with doing various activities. So one of the activities, we had the students walk around campus and identify things that they've never noticed before, and then write it down on a piece of paper. So what we had was a discussion on, when you observe the world, don't just focus on getting to point A, point B, see what things are out there. So we had a discussion around that. And then, so that was on a Tuesday. On the following Thursday, we had them do an activity where we put items in a brown paper bag. They paired up with a partner, and then each of the group had to come up with 10 ideas on what to do with that item in the bag. And then they would share it with the class, and then the class would come up with additional ideas. So they could so one of the groups ended up with 32 different ideas on a particular item from one of the bags. So it's also getting them to think about using things in different ways. And then this past Tuesday, we actually had them do a puzzle activity, because one of the things we also want to kind of get the students to think about is the stick-to-itiveness of doing a project and not giving up too easily. So we actually gave them a puzzle activity. They paired up again and did a puzzle activity where we had them work on a puzzle for 45 minutes and talk. We had a chance to talk about teamwork. Why did you quit? Some of the groups decided they didn't want to keep going. Why did they decide to quit? Does that work in the entrepreneurship world? So we had a chance to talk about how doing a puzzle could actually be related to creating a business. So it's been fun doing these activities. One of the things that I've noticed since I did the first class is how the students really want to create and want to try new things, and that we haven't given them many opportunities to do this. So I want this to be a course where they get a chance to try lots and lots of new things, even fail a couple times, that it's not a big deal if you don't succeed. The Coleman Foundation has been really helpful for me, and I also have to thank Diane Welsh, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be able to have this opportunity and even know about entrepreneurship. So being a fellow has really enhanced the amount of knowledge I have about entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial thinking. I will say it's helped me develop what I'm trying to do with my outside business as a motivational speaker and a trainer. So the Coleman Foundation has been really instrumental in helping me build myself as a professional and as a teacher. Thank you.